Friends, welcome to Biology Made Easy. Today in this video, we are going to discuss the pedigree analysis. Now, as all of you know, that Mendel's laws of inheritance, they are applicable to all plants as well as animals. These same laws are also applicable to human beings. But when we want to see how the traits, how the characters are inheriting from one generation to another generation, we make controlled crossing between the plants and animals, and we study several generations to see the pattern of inheritance. But coming to the traits of human beings, we cannot do it. You must ask why? Because in case of human beings, we cannot make a controlled mating, because this is unethical. The society will not accept it. So in that case, if you want to study how a particular trait is inherited in human beings, how to know it? The answer is pedigree analysis. Through pedigree analysis, we can see how the characters are inherited from generation to generation. We can call them successive generations. So what is pedigree analysis? It is simply a graphic representation of different offsprings and relatives, and to study the pattern of inheritance. That means, suppose this is the main person from which the character is inherited. Then how many children are there? Then again how many children are there? 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. That means in generation after generation we have to study it. This graphic representation is known as pedigree analysis in case of human beings. And the person from whom it is started is known as Propositus. Propositus, if the person is male, and if a female, known as Proposita. If female. So these terms are also important for examination point of view. Now, as you know, in case of human beings, several characters are inherited, which may be physical, may be personal, may be diseases, may be different deformities. For example, in case of human beings, the inheritance of skin color, the hair form and color, the eye color, these are all the physical traits which are inherited. Similarly, if you come to the different personal traits like the intelligence, the aptitude, they are also inherited. Come to the deformities, some people have 6 fingers, some people have jointed fingers, and some have very little fingers. These are all inherited. Similarly, you come to the different diseases like sickle cell anemia, color blindness, hemophilia, phenylketonuria, alkaptonuria. All these are inherited. So what is the pattern of inheritance? That we have to study by means of pedigree analysis. So what is the significance of this pedigree analysis? Now, one of the significance is for the genetic counselors. Suppose two intending couple, they want to marry, but either both of them or one of them have some history, some disease there in their ancestors. So what will happen to their offsprings? How they will know it? So in that case, they will contact some genetic counselors, and he will take the history of the ancestors, and from that he will tell that your offsprings, these are the probabilities. The son may be like this, the daughter may be like this, these are the probabilities. Then they will decide whether they will marry or not. That is one. The second defect is in case of the relative marriage. If there will be marriage between some cousins, then the characters which have not been appeared, there is a possibility that they will appear, because there is every possibility that the character will come in homozygous condition. So what will be the probability? The genetic counselability. The third point is that Mendel's laws are applicable to human beings. That can also be easily studied. Again, it can be predicted. That means when a marriage is taking place between any two persons from the history of their families, then it can be known that what are the probable characters. So this is the importance or significance of the pedigree analysis. So when pedigree analysis will be drawn, the graphic representation will be drawn, first the family history will be taken, then graphically it will be represented. So when graphically it will be represented, what are the different symbols which are usually used, that we have to discuss first. That means what are the techniques. So the techniques. So in case of techniques, if it is represented like a square without any blackening, then it is male. But the same thing when it is present in a round form, then it is female. Then when it is present in the form of a diamond, it is sex unspecified. That means male or female not specified. Now these three, if they are blackened, then they are all affected by means of disease. They are all affected by disease. That means affected. All these are affected male, affected female, affected unspecified sex. Then if this is the male and this is the female, if a line is drawn between them, that means this is mating. Mating means a marriage between the male and female. But if this will be, there will be two lines. You see, if single line it is marriage mating. If double line it is a marriage, but marriage between relatives. That means it is known as consanguineous marriage. That means marriage between relatives. Then if this is the male, this is the female, the line mating, then these are the children. That means generation, this is generation 1, this is generation 2. And again if there will be further children, then this will be generation 3. If anybody is affected, it will be affected like this. If there is no darkening, then they are not affected. But this is generation 1, generation 2 and generation 3. These are written in Roman letters. But if we write the number of children, we can write 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. That means the first child is 1, second child is 2, third child is like that. That means 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. Third generation, third child, like that. So this is Arabian letter 1, 2, 3, while this is the Roman letters. So this is represented like this. Now the next thing is, if it is blackened with one arrow mark, this is Propositus. And if it is in case of female, the same thing, Proposita. If one square is there, but one diagonal line is there in both cases, square or circle, that means they are deceased. This means they have been death. Now another thing, if there is a dot here, and in case of female also there is one dot here. That means these are carriers, but sex-linked recessive carriers. But if the same thing will be like this, half is blackened, then they are autosomal recessive carriers. Autosomal recessive carriers. Now, if it will be full darkened, then they will be completely affected because their carriers only half is blackened. Similarly, if we will take a symbol like this or daughters, this is known as dizygotic twins. But now you see the same thing, but connected. This or this, they are known as identical twins, or you can tell monozygotic twins. So while drawing the pedigree analysis, we have to use these symbols. There are so many other symbols, but not necessary for you. These symbols are sufficient to draw on pedigree analysis. Now, what is the tool? How will we predict that what type of inheritance is there? So here we have to apply the method of probability. That means among the tools, number one is probability. That means what is the chance, and number two is elimination of alternatives. That means we will see this is not possible, then we will eliminate. This is not possible, we will eliminate. Then we will come to the conclusion. And now there will be 4 different types of deformities or diseases that are inherited. It may be autosomal, it may be sex-linked, it may be dominant, it may be recessive. So that means it may be autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive. It may be sex-linked dominant, sex-linked recessive. So we'll take these 4 cases. That is autosomal dominant. The second one is autosomal recessive. Third one is sex-linked dominant. And the fourth one is sex-linked recessive. And these 2 sex-linked, you can also call them as X-linked inheritance also you can tell. These sex-linked also you can call X-linked inheritance. Now when we will study these 4 types of inheritance, what is the clue that we have to see? Or we can tell what are the tips? This is very important, because unless you know some of the tips, it will be very difficult to know it. So what are the tips? Now, number 1 tip is no skipping of generation. No skipping of generation. That means the character or the trait is found in all generations. So in that case, it is dominant. Now, the second point, skipping of generation. Then most probably it is recessive. Third point. the character is transferred from father to son, then it is most likely autosomal. From father to son, so it is mostly autosomal. Then the fourth point, that the character is equally found between males and females. Equally found. That means I can tell equally expressed in males and females. Males and females equally expressed. So it must be autosomal. And the frequency is more in males than females, then it is mostly sex-linked. So the next point is, it is found more frequently in males than females. So it is mostly sex-linked. So from these tips we can find out, but there are still better tips are there. So let us see what are the tips from which immediately you can do any pedigree in 10 to 15 seconds only.